To center, Pajes makes his way towards it, grabs it on the run, and that is that. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. 5 innings complete. It's the Blue Jays 8 and the Dodgers 1. New inning getting started, and now the center fielder, Andy Pajes.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Got him looking. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Back to the top of the lineup, and now the DH, Alex Call. That one the other way, and it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. They're still chasing it as he rounds second, and he's got himself a triple.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
So 1 gone with a runner at third, and now the shortstop, Mookie Betts. Foul ball. Turns and fires to Betts. Right down the chute, 0-2. 1 away with a runner at third here in Game 1 of the World Series. And down on strikes he goes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. He swings and fouls one off.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
Goes down looking. 1 left for LA. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Back now in Toronto, bottom of the 6th inning, and now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Pajes raging back towards the wall, onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. Smoked into left, base hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Everything came together for him. Love how he just kept it simple there. Didn't come out of his mechanics. Nice tight swing, hard hit ball.
Man at first, now the number 2 hitter, Davis Schneider. 1 for 3. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back. Hauls it in on the warning track. Runner tagging from first.
Up next for the Blue Jays, first baseman,
So man aboard, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Springer makes the turn at second, and that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
So 2 down. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Bo Bichette. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. He'll touch them all. It's 11-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Number 70 gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Pitching change here, Edgardo Henriquez. He's into the game with the bases empty. So 2 away with nobody on. Alejandro Kirk will hit next. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Kirk,
0-1.
26 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. Well struck left field. Up against the wall and brings it in. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 7th, and up to the plate is Will Smith.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
So a young arm coming on now out of the pen, Trey Savage.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
summer never stopped me from being a good wager. I get respect from observers, no public enemy. I'm the white Mary Dad Chuck D in my community. I burn oil on the skill days. My favorite brand, Rio, the Tokyo, they always though. I enjoy your fat and loose on a Friday afternoon, and it never comes too soon. Gotta keep it real hush hush. Can't let the man know that you're much. Stuff the stash in the secret hatch underneath the dash. Flash a confident smile and continue to. Don't get me wrong, ain't no shame in my game. A hater's gonna hate, I'm gonna act the same. Just another day living up right on the rock. Colder since birth, I've been doing me to the nth degree. If I offended you.
There's a strike, 95 of that one.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at bat expands.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking. One down.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All three pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
And that is out of play. Base is empty, one away here in the late stages of game one. There's a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves, knowing that they can miss the bat. Tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Popped up. Clement drops into the glove, and that is that. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. They trail by double digits, 11-1. And we're back. Bottom of the 7th, and now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And there's one down. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. The Blue Jays up big in this one here at the bottom of the 7th. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And that one hops the wall. Around first, digging for 2. To second, but way too late. Safe there.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
Now it's the right fielder, Miles Straw. Swing and a ground ball out to short. 1 at second. You're out.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Now a chance for Andres Jimenez. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3. Hand up as he asks for time at the plate. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Swing and a ball line to center. Pajes tracks it down for the out. One hit, one left. 8th inning coming up. Jays 11 and the Dodgers 1. Back here at Rogers Center, and Kike Hernandez at the plate. Savage back to work. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Straw hauls it in for the out. And there's one away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Tommy Edman at the plate has grounded out a couple of times. Fouls one off out of play back to our left. One down, base is empty. And it's fouled away. On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball. One down. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. 0 for 2 in this one. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. So they turn things over to the righty, Braden Fisher.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Of this message, glad you dressing so expressive and you're moving in percentage. Advantage adolescence when you always have connections. God dealt the opportunity for you to be progressive. My body's just a vessel for me to share this message. Invested in my wreckage, hope you gather this perspective.
And first offering is fouled off. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Makes the grab, 2 down.
At once for the Dodgers, a designated hitter, Alex Call.
Alex Call digs in now. Lifted in the air, right field. Strong makes the play, and that'll do it. So the Jays pen does its job nicely there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Jays 11 and the Dodgers 1. Back now in Toronto. Now it's the DH, George Springer. And he deals. Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Jays, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
There's a swing and a drive. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 12-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Now it's going to be Davis Schneider. That's out to center field. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. And there's one down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Vladdy with a star scraper. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 13-1. And their 5th home run of the game.
Some things in this sport are contagious, Boog, and right now for this team, clearly it's the long ball. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Edgardo Henriquez is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Tyler Glasnow. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Ripped on a line. Hernandez brings it in. 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. That'll make it out of here. He sends one out the opposite way. Their 3rd home run of the inning, and they add a run. It's 14-1.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
2 outs, nobody on. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. And that one in the air center field. Pajes makes the play, and that'll do it. They explode with 3 solo homers in the inning. We're on to the 9th in game 1. Jays lead it 14-1. We go to the 9th. Now it's the shortstop, Mookie Betts. Anthony Dominguez is checked into the game. Out towards left center. Varsho after it. Puts it away for the out. Next to the dish is Freddie. That's in there, and it's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. The Jays up big in this one here in game 1 of the World Series. And that one popped to short. Jimenez snags it for the second out. So they're down to their final out. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
One strike away from securing game 1. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.